What's up, guys? Welcome back. As you saw, I started last night. I got everything, all the coolant drained out of the truck, and I won't lie to you, I've been out here for like 4 hours fucking with the coolant bypass. I actually got the bracket off, no problem. Ended up taking the driver's side wheel well out as well. That helped get the two bolts on that side for the bracket. And I'm kind of at a stalemate right now with getting the freeze plug out. I only have a 24-inch breaker bar, and I'm kind of at the point where it's like I need this truck running in 2 days, so I don't really want to. You could keep the transmission in. And if I go and get like a 36-inch, I think is what Fleece recommends, you could probably take out the front drive shaft and easily pop that out. But kind of at the point where I'm like, I need the truck running and don't want to mess with it anymore. So I'm just gonna leave it like that, and at least I have the bracket out, and you know, when we end up pulling the trans out, it'll just be real quick to take care of. The coolant bypass, that is. But I'm gonna try and go ahead and do, just since all the coolant's out anyways, we're gonna clean up the spaghetti bowl here and just leave it at that. Coolant riser delete kit for one part. Let me grab it here. Pretty much I bought the whole kit for just this one part. I don't know, I found I thought this would be the easiest thing to do, rather than going with the 5.9 water pump cover. So we'll go ahead and I'll try and show all these parts. So if you guys want to do this, I don't have to remember, you guys can just look at the video. Yeah, I got 10 foot of dash 10. We're gonna run dash 10 through the whole thing. I'm gonna try and do both lines going in and out of the firewall, and then yeah, just clean everything up. So let's get a before shot here, and I'll probably just time lapse most of this for you guys. I've been doing some research because I've been questioning myself, but I'm 99% sure on these VGT turbos they are go against gravity. So this is the return coming out of the top of the turbo. I think this whole coolant pipe is actually like everything coming back. So this would be coming like out. This is coming out of the engine block, return from the overflow. Like this is, I think, where it self-regulates or pressurizes, coming back from the firewall. And then you have the coolant tank that comes back on this here. It has the heat tape on it. We're going to try and get rid of that altogether, at least crossing this way. And then the turbo coming back. So like I said, I've just been on Mopar.com looking at their parts to get that figured out. If you look at the 14, they actually call it an oil line. I mean, there is an oil feed there, but they call both of them an oil line. So I think on 08 or 2018s, if you go and look at all the turbo components, they do call that a return line. Also on 12s, I think they call it. So I mean, it's all the same turbo. Just weird that they mislabeled or named. Yeah, so let's just get started here. I also wanted to say, I'll put it up here, we do have a leak coming from the firewall return. It is leaking, and I think that's what I've been smelling, like when the truck just idles, maybe that coolant dripping and burning. I got some shots of it the other night when it was still full, because I noticed it. So this is probably good to take care of here anyways. So let's hop on time lapse for you guys and try and get this knocked out. So we ended up getting the pipe out. I ended up cutting it right here and then up top here just for ease. Took it off the top of the turbo and was able to snake it out even with the 3.5-inch pipe or intake pipe. And a light died, so let me see if I can get you guys focused in here. Anyways, that's where our fleece little plug's gonna go. Now we'll work on getting the rest of the coolant pipe out. Don't think it'll be too bad. Alright guys, sorry for the heater, but that was a little bit more of a pain in the ass than I was intending, just to get that coolant reservoir out. There's just a lot of stuff to go around. I'll give you a better shot of that. But from up here, so you guys can see, like we had to take the battery box out, or kind of move it around. You can't just drop it down because you have this hard line. So unless you're taking this out or redoing it, yeah, you can't go down. And then here's your plug for the sensor. Don't think I showed that. Yeah. So now we will go ahead, get the battery box back in place here so we can get the fleece tank all set up and prepped. much. Just been trying to crank away at this, get everything done. It's my first time doing the AN lines, and it's not terrible, but it is kind of a pain in the ass, and filming that is probably not doing anyone any favors. But this is where we're at right now. So we got our little piece coming out of the firewall, 90 down. We got the coolant tank installed, and let's go over here. Got the coolant tank, and it's coming to the Y right here. And then you just saw me put in that little fleece adapter that screws in. And now we'll put the top part into the turbo, and then we'll come into a T. It'll come into a T right here. And I actually either lost a couple fittings or didn't add them up in order enough. So I'm actually just going to use this that came in the riser delete kit for now. Just what I have. So we're going to go ahead with that. And it already has the T, so the turbo will come into this T, and then we'll just run that forward into where the water pump is, and then the Y will connect back here. So I'll get you guys set up, we'll knock this out, and hopefully this works. What's up, guys? It's been some time. So I think the last time I picked up the camera, I was going to use that kind of T from the Fleece standpipe delete kit. Well, that does not fit on the braided, and none of those fittings will work. So I had to run down to the Napa, got a T. This is not the most professional, or I mean, I think most of it looks good, but that's gonna have to do for now. Hopefully it lasts or holds up. I think it will. It's meant for coolant. So this is the weird craziness that I have. I'll get this thrown in real quick, and then I will show you guys everything installed. Okay. All right, guys. So I got all the fittings tight. I'm gonna go through, show it to you one last time, and show you some things if you want to do this, what to look out for. So here we go. So we're coming out of the firewall. There's our Y. Here's the bottom of the tank. We come out. I know it kind of goes up, but right now that's all we got. It should work. You know, water level should still go down with gravity. Here's it coming out of the turbo. And then we got the T, it's just tucked around back behind here. This was from, this little heat shield was from the original one. So I think I'm gonna just zip tie this on there. Can't hurt with it being right there on the turbo. Or it's not touching it, but you know, it's right by it. Plenty of room here. And then we wrap around, go back here, and back in. I don't know if this will focus in there. So originally I ran a straight the line straight through here, which will not work for the oil filter. So we had to end up putting a 90 coming off of that little plug from Fleece. So we got a 90 coming out. That's why we're coming through here. And I will go ahead and throw the, well, let's look up here. Show you guys from the top one last time. Here it is from the top. Coming out of the wall. Top of the turbo, there's the Y. It's looking much better than the standpipe. There's that 90 coming out. So I'll throw the oil in with the filter real quick and show you how close it is. There you go. So not touching, pretty tight in there. That's the 90 coming straight out. There you go. So now I'm gonna jump you guys ahead and you know what? Let's do something easy so you guys don't have to watch me put all this crap back together. Here. Alright guys, and like that, we've got everything put back, and yeah, starting to look like an actual engine, nice and clean. So full transparency, I went ahead, filled up the tank, and I had a hose leaking, so had to redrain everything, fix the hose, pull it all apart, put it back together, and filled it back up. I actually started it, and it ran like, I don't know, a minute or so, and it was good to go. I'm going to show you, this is the line right in here that was leaking up on that fitting. Apparently I jabbed through the rubber when I was putting the AN fittings on there. Didn't really know I could do that, but I did. Also, I saved all of my coolant in a 5-gallon bucket. They have this, I don't know, like mesh little filter you can put in there. This thing worked awesome. Highly recommend. I just from last year when I did the coolant, I didn't want to buy a ton of new stuff. So here's the 5-gal that I used. There's some on top. Don't worry about that. Still that much left in there. I think it's just size comparison. I should do a side by side on the fleece tank to the OEM, but I mean, I think you can get the picture if you look at the fleece tank. I mean, it just tucks up back behind the battery, nice and slick. Not the easiest to fill. Get yourself a good funnel. But other than that, I don't think, besides like my learning curve, because I've never done any AN fittings or anything like that, and ordering the wrong number of fittings, I think that was pretty simple, pretty easy. Just made a plan. Obviously didn't get all the parts, but hey, it's what happens. Also, I highly recommend getting the actual AN ones. This is not. This is an old Crescent. Definitely tell that is my first time putting that together. I did buy this cheap block from Jegs. That's where I got most of my AN stuff. Definitely recommend that. It was a lifesaver. And some hose lube. You want to lube up your hose. So that was a lifesaver. I did the first one without it, and then I remembered I bought some of that, and it was pretty smooth after that. But other than that, I'm super hyped on how this turned out. I'll give you guys another look here. This really helps clean it up. I mean, obviously there's a few things that we gotta finish cleaning up, and then other than that, let me know if you guys have any questions on this. I'll keep you updated on how it's working for me. And I think that's gonna be it, a wrap on this video. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until next time, enjoy the ride.